You know, I used to get a lot of comments about, you need to get a man and shut up, when I had a man. And then I would show him, and people, specifically men, still weren't satisfied because they just wanted an insult and a way to tell a woman who's talking about the disparity in pay, respect, many other things, gap between men and women and on the gender spectrum. Like, it has nothing to do with me being in a relationship, because I've been in a relationship more than once while on this app, and I've been told that I need to be in a relationship various times throughout my existence on here for various reasons. And you know, I don't expect that to go away, but it's interesting, like, the difference in how I think about, like, when I first would get told that, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a boyfriend. If I show them, then they're gonna shut up. No. And you learn that it actually has nothing to do with you, and it has nothing to do with your life and what's going on behind your camera, like, for far enough that you're away from their grasp and away from their eyes. It's just entertainment for them. And yeah, it's also like the message of women who speak about, who dare to speak about thinking that men could be more respectful and be more careful in their messaging. It's very convenient to label these women as miserable crones. It is very convenient to blame it on that. And then whether or not that woman's in a relationship, oh, we don't actually care about that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, from my years on this app, I was able to find out it's not actually about what your life looks like. You can't live your life in a way that people are gonna understand why you have the opinions you have and let you have them. What I expect as somebody who has my life experience and now has lived alone for however long I've lived alone and has a certain expectation for myself in my life, I have certain standards that other women will break and call it love, and it makes me sad. But I don't want to say that because that makes me a bitch. Do you know what I mean? But I'll say it off camera. There's certain things that I think women tolerate that are I would never tolerate. I would never tolerate. Feels crazy, disrespectful, and insane to me. Do you know what I mean? And I think many times as we become more and more aware of our condition, we look around, like, even in our lives, and we see different relationships, and we're like, God, I don't want that. My God, how I don't want that. My God, how that would feel like spit in my face. And they love the taste of that spit in their face. And that's the line, and there is the rub. Do you know what I mean? But the rub and the line and the point was never that these people being the noise, the men with towels on their heads and all. I remember one time I did a deep dive on a relationship, like, kind of guru on here. I went and did a deep dive on his Instagram because I was curious what he had posted about his relationship. And I remember he had posted his girlfriend, like, throwing up and stumbling and being blacked out and, like, getting really sick, like, trying to get into his bed. And he was, like, narrating, like, whoa, shorty's sick. Like, she's wilding out right now. Like, she's so out of it. Like, she's throwing up. She's not okay. She's just, like, crawling like a fucking White in Game of Thrones, like, dead walker, like, trying to get into the bed. And he's watching and he's filming with the camera. And he's like, whoa, shorty's crazy. And then he would, like, grab her and, like, help her stumble in. And this is on his Instagram highlights. And these are the men laughing at me about, oh, you need to, if that's what that love looks like, I don't want it. And I'll be so clear about it. Really don't want that. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't care how many of that side of TikTok loves it, when I'm sick and throwing up and unwell, this is what I'm saying. There's things that I think are crazy and disrespectful. And lots of people think that shit is fine. But then me having opinions on these things, how convenient. It would be convenient if all of us talking about patriarchy were just like miserable crones and we're completely wrong, because then nobody would have to do any work. But unfortunately, people are still attracted to us. You can take it up with them. That's none of my business. And I'm not ever going to sit here and parade someone in my life around again to prove anything, because people don't actually care.